What's up, everybody? We're back. It's the second week of our sports news. It's Tyler here with Riley.
How y'all doing today?
I hope everybody had a great week. It's time to get into this news. We had a very eventful weekend, sports-wise,
Sure
for
did.
guys our age that have not necessarily witnessed a whole lot of magical things, such as the man himself, Tiger Woods.
We did. We saw it happen.
So, just a little rundown of what we're going to try to get into today. We're going to obviously touch on the very powerful weekend at the Masters. Going to kind of start to talk about the NFL draft, the mock draft, players going where, good fits where. And then
Russell Wilson got paid.
Yeah.
He got paid.
We'll talk about that too. And then, if we got time, we'll talk about MLB and the NBA playoffs. Just to start this off with Tiger Woods, man, I don't know how you felt, but I tell you what, it's one thing for a 43-year-old man to win the Masters. It's another thing for a 43-year-old man who hasn't played at a high level in 13 years.
He hadn't won a major in 11. He hadn't won the Masters in 14.
So for that to happen, you got to think there's young guys that are very good golfers.
Oh yeah.
That have yet to win a major
or a Master.
I
mean, Rory's out there, but I thought he'd do it. He hadn't won the Masters yet.
And it blows my mind to think that there are guys out there that just can't get it done. It speaks to his mental. How prepared he is.
I mean, what he did is arguably one of the greatest comebacks of all time.
Ever.
I mean,
in any sport.
From 2008 till now, I mean, he won the U.S. Open with torn ACL. He's had knee injuries, back, neck, all the off the everything with issues he's done with family and whatnot. It's just been the comeback.
And a lot of people out there that don't play golf seem to probably look at golf like it is a very... At the PGA level, they obviously know it's hard because it's not easy to get there. Golf is an extremely hard sport.
It's probably one of the hardest ones, I think, to just be a pro at, honestly.
I have never... I mean, physically, other sports are harder, but mentally and actually, like, skill-wise, having to be able to hit the ball straight is hard.
Yeah.
Me and you play golf.
Yeah. And we're not
We can't hit it straight.
No, we can't hit it straight.
And so, and it's one of those things that to go out there and after back surgery, not being able to walk, not being able to lay down. I mean, he couldn't do anything without being in pain.
Nope.
To then going out there and absolutely dominating the field.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you could watch on Sunday, he himself took Molinari's brain and absolutely flipped it.
Yeah.
He had it in his hand. I mean, you think Molinari on 12.
Double bogey on
12.
And then he did it again. Was it 14? That par 5? 16? No, it was a par 5 he did it on.
It was the 5.
Because he laid up. It was a bad layup, and then he hit that tree.
Yep. And so, Tiger Woods mentally was by far much better than any golfer in the field. And it was anybody's game. I mean, it was anybody's Masters to take.
Yeah.
We had Schauffele had to share the lead. DJ had a chance at 18. Koepka had to share the lead at one point.
Dude had a lead at
one point. Molinari. I mean, Finau was on his come up. If he didn't bogey, I think he went bogey in the back nine.
One of the best fields we've seen in a while at the Masters. Like, competing the whole weekend.
For sure. And let's not forget to talk about this, too. The mock turtleneck.
Yeah, I love it.
Throwing it back.
I love it.
I love it as well.
I need one, but they're too expensive, but I want one.
$85.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Maybe for something that has a collar, but...
A mock turtle? But, hey, I still want it, though.
Oh, I do, too.
Yeah.
I was going to buy one. I was going to fork it up.
I'm surprised you haven't yet.
Well, I went on the website yesterday. Nike had put them out, coming soon. And I was like, Done. I'm not going to close up the tab. The tab is still up on my computer. Went in, and I was like, well, you know which one I'm getting.
Yeah,
I'm getting the red one.
Yeah, you have to.
Sold out.
I mean, are you surprised?
White.
They probably sold.
White, sold out. Black, sold out.
But blue.
Gray, sold out. Blue, sold out.
What they have left?
Pink, nothing.
Literally nothing?
Nothing. Nothing at all. And that speaks to the power that he has around the game of golf and everybody else. We've got people that don't care about golf that have come to tune into him because it's such a powerful story, such a moving story. People still think he's a bad guy. I think he made a mistake.
Yeah, everybody makes mistakes. It happens.
It happens.
And now he's back on top of the world again.
The last thing I want to ask you about is with that being said, he came back. He's finally won again. He's on top. What is his legacy that is left behind?
He's the GOAT. Has to be.
So you do consider that?
I mean, he's the best golfer of all time. I mean,
but
between
legacy.
Legacy?
Take golf into consideration.
Okay.
Take his off-the-course issues as well into consideration.
Right.
What is his legacy that you want to be passed down to everybody else that maybe not as necessarily a golf fan?
I mean, when you talk about his 90 till about early 2000s run, most dominant golfer of all time. I mean,
nope, you're not wrong at all.
And then, obviously, off-the-course issues, that's another thing. But what he did in general, the comeback, the legacy, I think he should know. I mean, he's the GOAT, greatest of all-time golfer, in my opinion. I think that now.
Yeah,
I mean, that is set foot in stone after Sunday's win.
Yeah.
I mean, he is on a track to catch Nicklaus now for the most majors of all time.
Snead is 82. He's got 15 major wins.
How many does Nicklaus have?
18. He needs
3 more.
Oh, he
gets that. If he plays like that for the rest of his career, I mean, barring injuries or whatever else, he will easily get that. He's
got Pebble Beach later this year, and the PGA.
Well, the PGA's in May.
I know.
And the Pebble Beach.
I can't remember where it's at. Up in New York somewhere.
Yeah.
But he has won there previously.
Yes.
He's won at Pebble Beach a number of times. He's got a chance to get 2 more this year.
Yeah.
Barring that he plays in them, he's definitely playing the PGA. I think he's already.
Why wouldn't he play in any of them?
But, I mean, and so this is what I think about his legacy. Just like every other athlete, it was hard for him to be in that limelight for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Such a dominant guy, but the legacy that I want my kids to if they ever get to know about Tiger Woods, which I'm definitely going to teach them.
Oh yeah, have to.
The ways of the GOAT.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I want them to know that this right here is prime time. How you do not let your circumstances define who you are. He did not let anybody tell him, "Hey, Tiger, man, you should just hang it up. You screwed up off the course, and it's going to make you ruin your life forever." Now, it ruined his life.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
there is one thing that prevails, and it's somebody who cares, who wants to be it, and if you want to do it, it can be done. And I don't know, you definitely saw it, but for people out here who haven't seen the commercial about the Nike commercial, and then the
video
ad
of him watching
the haters
like calling
say
coward all them.
He's a coward. He will never win. He is never getting back.
He should retire.
He should retire.
Mia Khalifa said he should retire.
Dude, I am sorry, but all those people now want to be like, I've never seen something so great. Don't do this. Stephen A. Smith, one of the first ones to say, Tiger, man, you ruined it for the African-American community.
Yeah.
You're kind of putting a bad, you should hang it up, get out of the light, don't do anything else to ruin us. And now he wants to take him back under his wing.
Of course he does.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to say that I watched that. I'm glad to say that I was able to experience one win, one that I actually cared about. I was following it the whole week.
Yes.
I genuinely knew what I was talking about. I could talk about it for hours if we wanted to.
What got me honestly was seeing the shot of him and his son hugging, and then they showed him and his dad hugging. That was feels
hit you right in the heart.
See, I don't think I didn't see obviously him and his dad hug it out, live because I don't know if I was born yet. Was it 97 that shot was?
I believe so.
Yeah, I wasn't even born yet.
Yeah.
So like seeing that shot and then that one of his dad, that just like gets you right here, and it's just like, dang, he really did it. Yeah. Like he did that.
And I'm proud. Red on Sundays always prevails.
Yes.
43 years old. It is
man.
insane.
He can keep it going. Yeah. Hopefully, he keeps it going.
Oh yeah, I hope so. Let's hope. So now, let's get into the NFL.
Okay.
Draft is next week.
It should be an exciting one.
Very exciting.
I don't know what's going to happen because the Cardinals have no. We haven't heard anything.
They had a press conference out here a couple days ago, and they don't even the guy's playing it off to where he doesn't have a single idea. Yeah. They're asking him, are you open to taking the quarterback? He's like, I don't know. Are you open to take a defensive lineman? I don't know.
Yeah, they're open to take anything.
I honestly think that they're genuinely trying to get an idea of who could we use. Say they take Kyler Murray, can they trade him mid-draft? Is that something that they're...
I just don't know if they should even take... I know that Josh Rosen's whatever, but here's my thing about Josh Rosen. You drafted him for a reason last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
That team they had last year was so bad. They had skilled players, but their O-line, he got sacked 45 times. Yeah. What are you supposed to do? You going to put a rookie under that crappy offensive line like that and expect good numbers from him? His QBR was awful, but what are you supposed to expect?
Yeah,
that offensive line when he's on his back every single time.
It's just like Eli Manning. You couldn't get a good look at him with everybody he had around him.
He had weapons. He had Fitzgerald, David Johnson came back off injury. Christian Kirk showed out last year. He's got weapons. The O-line is what they got to improve. Yeah. And, of course, defense also. I just don't know if they should pick Kyler.
Yeah.
If they pick Kyler, they have to trade Rosen. But I just think it was done with him last year to wait. If they do pick Kyler, to waste a pick.
Yeah.
A top 15 pick on Rosen.
Yeah.
I just don't see. I just don't know.
Completely. But, so let's just go through the order. We've got Arizona, just top 5.
Yeah, top 5. That's
Arizona,
fine.
San Fran, Jets, Oakland, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
All those teams were extremely bad.
Very bad.
Jets showed light, but
yes.
they were all pretty bad.
And then San Francisco, Garoppolo got hurt, so give them that.
So, just kind of let's go through these picks. We've both got projections pulled up here.
Yeah.
I honestly think that these projections look pretty good.
Yeah,
I take Kyler Murray out of it. I do not agree with that pick, but take him out of it. These look pretty good.
These guys were on NFL.com. Charles Davis, a couple others have Kyler Murray going 1. That's whatever. That's their opinion. They might do it, but I don't think they should do that.
I can't see a team genuinely think it's a good idea to take a quarterback 2 years in a row with their first.
The only reason why they do it is because, one, here's the things behind Kyler Murray. One, he just won the Heisman. 2, you probably bring in more people to watch games with Kyler Murray because he is that guy.
Yep.
And 3, you just got Cliff Kingsbury.
This is another thing.
So Kyler fits Cliff Kingsbury's system a lot better than Josh Rosen, but is Cliff Kingsbury even going to be a good coach yet?
Exactly.
We just don't know that.
His system may not work.
That's what I'm saying.
Kyler Murray, you still have to remember, Kyler Murray is going to be competing against men.
Oh, yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
I understand people say Russell Wilson and him are very alike.
Yeah.
Dude, Russell Wilson is built.
Yeah.
He's jacked.
Yeah.
He's thick.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray's not. He's very fragile looking. So, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. If they ended up taking him, it would fill the seats. It would bring a lot of attention to them. It'd also bring a lot of questions to their whole organization because they're going to lose a lot of respect from a lot of people that like Josh Rosen.
Right.
They're going to lose a lot of respect from people in the locker room thinking, why are we wasting draft picks?
Yeah.
Why are we taking a quarterback back to back? Now, unless you run into the situation where Josh Rosen was absolutely terrible, he couldn't get it done at all,
Mhm.
which I don't think is the case. I think he can get it done.
I do too. He just needs an O-line. They have the weapons. They have plenty of weapons. He needs an O-line to just keep him on his back so he can just be a better quarterback, and maybe Kingsbury can help him get that.
I agree.
And then we go into this top 5. I think the safest pick in the whole draft is Quentin Williams.
110%.
He is the safest pick. Because, I mean, you got Nick Bosa and Ed Oliver, 2 injury-prone players, because Oliver had the knee last year, didn't play barely at Houston, and, of course, Nick Bosa was out all year with his abdominal injury, whatever it was.
Yeah, and then he dropped out of school.
Yeah, Quentin Williams is the safest pick. What was he, like
6'4", 300 pounds? Injury. Yeah.
Something like that.
And
I mean, he's a starting nose tackle or defensive tackle in anybody's system.
Anyone's.
Day one on Sunday.
And you know another thing, and I hate to say this, but you got to look from where he's coming from.
I mean, Alabama.
Bama produces some of the best defensive players.
No doubt.
Ever.
No doubt.
You look at some of the guys that are still playing in the NFL defensively. Offensively, they're a little questionable. Sometimes their system does not.
I mean, the skill player. You see more skill players and running backs, tight ends, but you don't see quarterbacks.
Do not see quarterbacks. Offensive line, I couldn't really tell you, to be honest with you.
I think there's a couple, but not many. But yeah, it's mainly defensive
players. Defensive backs and
linebackers.
Everybody.
Their whole defense. Yeah,
I can't even say otherwise.
No, I got to ask.
But I do agree.
Yeah,
he is going to be a day one starter. But a person that is not high enough for me that I think could be a day one starter, Christian Wilkins. He's another defensive lineman. Clemson, national champion. They've got him around 19.
19 to Tennessee.
Which I don't care. I'll go watch him play. I love him.
Oh, yeah.
He's a great player. But I think there's a lot of teams up here that could really go for a D tackle. Granted, a lot of people don't want to spend a top 10 pick on the D tackle unless you've got a very safe pick like Quentin Williams.
Some got him going 17, 19. So he's in like that teen range.
Yeah. Yep.
I got to ask you this question too. Do you think the Giants should take a quarterback?
Ooh. At 6.
6 or 17. Because, I mean, the first 2 quarterbacks will be taken will be Dwayne Haskins and Kyler Murray. I just don't know where. Because, I mean, quarterback needy teams, you got the Giants for one. Jaguars have a quarterback. They just got Nick Foles.
Yep,
they just got Nick Foles in free agency. I mean,
that's tough.
Miami needs one, but I think Miami's going to wait till next year for Tua. But that's just me. But yeah, so that's the thing. Do you get a quarterback now, or you wait until next year for Tua and potentially?
That is tough.
Yeah.
If I was them, I would not take one at 6.
You want to take one at 6?
I would not. Some of these projections, I mean, they've got it all over the place. They've got Rashawn Gary, Quentin Williams, and Daniel Jones.
Okay, Daniel Jones, I'm sorry, no.
No.
Yeah, no.
Definitely not taking him.
Yeah, if you go quarterback at 6, you have to take Dwayne Haskins, or if Kyler is available.
If they're taking quarterback, I'm thinking they're taking Dwayne Haskins.
Have to.
But this is another pick right here. Drew Lock.
Yeah, that's an interesting pick.
That is a very interesting pick. Mm-hmm. He could be taken as well. But if they're going to take Drew Lock, I think they need to take him down at 7.
That's what I'm saying. So at 6, you either take Kyler or Dwayne. If you don't do that, you take Drew Lock at 17. Or if Dwayne's somehow still available, you take Dwayne.
6. At 6, if I'm them, I think I would go, offensive line. I mean, you hate to do it.
Yeah.
I don't care. You've got, unless you're going to try to replace Odell.
They don't. They
can't.
They did just sign Sterling Shepard to a longer deal, and they did just get
But those guys aren't Odell.
Shoot, I know you're not wrong, but yeah.
So unless they're trying to do that, I think that it's the best idea to take an offensive line, because regardless of who you get,
and they just wasted money on Golden Tate too, so that was idiotic. So, but that's whatever.
They're just.
I mean,
they're delaying their process.
Did you see what their GM said today, yesterday, Gettleman? He said they won't waste a pick or waste a QB pick at 6 or 17 if they don't like it.
I mean,
because he likes Eli still for some reason.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
I like.
Do you keep going? I do too, but you have to get a QB of the future at some point. Do you get one this year, or you wait next year? Like, what are you doing?
Who's their backup quarterback now?
I have no idea. I don't think they have one.
I was about to say
They
don't have one.
They don't have a good one.
You kind of have to take it this. Take him this year.
That's
After
the thing.
Beating that Eli's taken for 2 years in a row, you kind of have no choice but to kind of. If he gets hurt,
if I was them, I'd draft Dwayne Haskins at 6. I'm sorry, I take him at 6. Because
he's another safe pick because you get him. Eli Manning may not be able to physically compete anymore, but mentally, he still knows the game better than any quarterback can.
Yeah, it's just been a slow decline,
and so I think if you give Dwayne Haskins 1 year, just kind of like Dak Prescott, you give Dwayne Haskins 1 year to learn under Eli, just kind of read.
Are you saying Dak learned under? They put Dak in there immediately. He had to,
but he got to learn from a guy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So you let him learn the ins and outs.
If he can
let
learn
the game slow down because the NFL, the higher level you get, the faster things get. So let him get used to saying it so fast, saying the plays, get used to the playbook, memorizing everything to where he knows everyone's position on the field. I think that's a really good pick.
Honestly, I think he's the best QB prospect in this whole draft.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people are high on Kyler, but I think he's the best one in my opinion. I mean, prototypical, high, perfect arm. What do you throw for, like 5,000 yards this past season, 50 touchdowns, something crazy like that?
Something crazy.
But now, I think he's the best QB prospect in this draft.
All right. Your favorite team in the NFL?
Honestly, I don't know if I really have one because I used to follow Peyton and he retired. So it's like I kind of just out there. I don't have one, but I enjoy all football though.
Okay. So, say you had to pick one. I mean, even say the Titans. Who do you want? Let's do this. Pick one team and just who do you want to see go there? Who would you like to see play for who? Because I'll start. My favorite team's Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. We are in dire need of a defense.
Right.
This is not going to happen. Some of these guys got this guy going up in the 5 range. If somehow Devin White makes it down to pick 20,
he's gone. He's gone before the top 10, dude. I'm sorry. He's gone.
I would love to see him get picked up by the Steelers, but if we don't get him, they've got us projected Devin Bush from Michigan. I like that pick as well.
You got Byron Murphy, great corner out of Washington.
Yeah, the linebacking core, corners, we kind of need it all.
I think I would go for you guys. I think I would go secondary before I would linebackers. Honestly,
yeah, I mean we can make work with T.J. Watt.
I mean he's more outside though. If you pick a linebacker, you need it inside. You have outside, but you need it inside, like a Devin Bush.
But you can make it work
up
the middle.
Right.
So, yeah.
I would go secondary first before I would go linebacker.
Yeah. But, all right. This is a very deep draft. Let's just talk. What's your deepest position, you think?
Oh, like D-line. Easy.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can go Nick Bosa, Ed Oliver, Quentin Williams, Josh Allen. I mean, you can go
Montez Sweat,
Rashawn Gary,
Christian Wilkins.
Yeah, this line. If you need a D lineman, this is the draft to get one.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not even talking about some of the guys from like Clemson, like Dexter Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
Farrell. I mean, Clemson is bringing out 3 defensive linemen in this draft alone.
Yeah.
I mean, this is your perfect one. Or Montez Sweat out of Mississippi State. That guy might be an amazing player in the NFL.
You know, another guy, he was just on ESPN today, Brian Burns out of Florida State. Mm-hmm. I'd never really pay attention to him. He's in the SEC. I could care less.
Yeah.
But he was on ESPN. They played his highlight. He has one of the nastiest spin moves I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
It is nasty.
But, all right. Let's get into something else.
Russell Wilson's payday, huh?
Russell Wilson got paid. $64 million signing bonus. $65 million signing bonus.
4-year, $140 extension. Highest paid player in the NFL. And
how do you feel about that?
I will say he is deserving because he has brought the only Super Bowl in the Seahawks history. But my thing is like, I don't know. I think he's probably one of the most deserving out of anybody in the NFL. With like Aaron Rodgers and some of the quarterbacks, compared to some quarterbacks who get this money aren't deserving, he is definitely deserving of this money. He has proven, because 2 years ago, he led the Seahawks in rushing and passing. I mean, like, how do you do that? So this money is well deserved for Russell Wilson.
I agree.
I guess my thing is you do put all this money in one player, that argument, whatever, but he is definitely deserving of this money, in my opinion.
I would agree. He's definitely deserving, but that much?
Yeah.
Highest paid player in the NFL. I can't see that being worth it. I cannot see.
Yeah, I guess my thing is too, like, you do waste all that money on one player because the NFL has salary cap and you have to pay so many players. Yeah, I mean, because they still need more help. I mean, I know about the playoffs last year, but like, they get some new corners, new secondary. I mean, like,
because they need a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like,
but one thing that I will say about their franchise is they've done a very good job of bringing in guys at a low cost,
like role players, and performing at a high rate.
Performing at a high level. Because if you think about it, nobody wanted Richard Sherman to begin with. Nobody wanted Earl Thomas to begin with.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted a lot of these guys that they had.
And they brought them up.
And they made them good. They won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I think if
there's no doubt they can do it again.
Yeah. And I think they've got a good start. They've got a pretty good linebacking core and a pretty good.
I mean, they still got Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
KJ Wright.
And guys that know the ins and out of how Sundays go.
Right.
They're
still a solid team.
Shaquille and Shaquem, they got both.
Yeah, they got both.
They're both pretty good.
Yes.
So they can build on these guys. It's just hard to say.
To put money into one guy.
Yeah, that much into a guy that, granted, does a whole lot for your team. But isn't it kind of selfish? Would he rather win games, give up money somewhere else, take half of that bonus, and just get a little bit less on a contract? So maybe you're not the highest paid player in the NFL.
Right.
But you're one of them.
Yeah.
Does it not just make it worth it to win games?
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's definitely deserving, but he's definitely more deserving than, like, say, like a Kirk Cousins or Derek Carr who's getting paid all this money.
Agreed.
And they haven't proved anything. He has proved it. So I think the money is well given, but it's just kind of just like, do you really want to give that money to one player?
One player
on a 54-man roster?
Yeah. So, and then you take into consideration how long does he have left to perform at a level?
Because he's 30 right now, so this contract puts him till 2023. So he'll be like 34, 35 when this contract runs out.
Is that?
Well, I mean, you got Tom Brady performing, but Tom Brady's not making this money though.
Tom Brady is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play.
That's what I'm saying, but Tom Brady's not making this kind of money. He's won a Super Bowl, so that's like you can go the Patriots way and not pay him that much, and still win Super Bowls, he'd be fine.
And I guess that's what I'm saying is the greatest quarterback ever almost doesn't get paid because he wants to
win
high level players other places,
right?
So that they can win games.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
No,
that's the thing.
Yeah,
I think Russell Wilson's starting to see the end of his career.
So
in my opinion, he wants to sign a huge bonus.
Because unless they get more talent, I don't know if they can compete in that division with the Rams. I mean, the 49ers could get better, but like that division's tough. The NFC's tough. It's gonna be hard getting out of that just conference in general to get the Super Bowl. So
yeah,
he might just want that money now because after this is over, he may never get that money ever again.
Yeah.
Unless if some lower level team wants to pay him that much for some reason. So
yeah,
gotcha.
Now, let's kind of hop off the NFL and just quickly want to touch on the MLB. One team is all I'm worried about. I don't care. Boston Red Sox, man. What the heck is going on? What are you doing?
I couldn't tell you.
We've got something going on that I
Did not
Just
expect.
did not expect, didn't think would happen for a long time, being that we just came off a World Series. Now, World Series hangover is a thing. It's
That is
happened
the
to
thing.
every team practically.
I mean, it
after
happened
they
to
won.
us when we won in 2013.
And
so
but the worst team right now in baseball
is us by record.
is hard to rationalize. So I hate to see it. What do you think is going on?
Our pitching staff is just awful. I mean, we're 6-13. I mean, like
And we play the best team in baseball today.
Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm trying to pull up our pitching stats real quick. I mean, our top ERA literally is David Price with a 3.79.
Oh my God.
I mean, we go down here. Evaldi's at a 6 ERA. Chris Sale's at an 8.5. Eduardo Rodriguez is at a 7.98
That's
ERA.
embarrassing.
Porcello's at an 11.
That's embarrassing.
This is what's killing us. Our bats are doing okay. They're doing fine, but our pitching staff, our bullpen, is doing
And I was watching
awful.
a couple games a couple days ago with the Yankees. We were up. What was it? We were up 3-1.
3-1, 4-1. It was
Yeah.
something like that. And
They come in. They hit a grand
Yeah,
slam.
Brett Garner hit a grand slam.
3 walks in a row to load the bases, and boom, a grand slam. I'm sorry, that is pitiful. That is
very
pitiful.
I hate it.
I think, as throwing a man that could throw an 80-mile-an-hour fastball, maybe could go up there and do better than that bull crap.
Yeah, it's
So
Um,
that's enough for that.
I mean, we have the worst record in the AL, but if we don't figure something out soon, it's not going to be a great season.
No,
Our time is coming pretty soon.
Yeah, not at all.
So finally, our last topic: NBA playoffs are heating up. Games last night. Warriors absolutely throttled the Clippers after they
Finally,
lost 31
finally.
point lead to them the other night. Philly came back, dominated the Nets, and the Spurs have a 2-1 lead on the Nuggets.
That's tricky.
Very tricky. That Derek White dude at 36 last night, you know where he came from?
No.
So he had no D1 offers out of college, right? So he went D2. He got a stipend offer from Colorado Springs. He is now he was, before he left, their all-time leading point scorer and assists. And he played his last season at Colorado and drafted 29th in 2017 by the Spurs.
Never heard of him before.
Yeah, he dropped 26 in the first half, 36 total last night. He's just one of the guys the Spurs find, and they put him in.
Oh my God.
He's one of those guys they just find in gyms like the Spurs always do.
That's crazy.
And he's their new gym.
He absolutely tore
them up last night. You know, also they shut down Jamal Murray last night.
Yeah, that's going to be key.
I don't think he had 10 points.
That's going to be key. If
But
Jamal Murray can't score,
Jokic will get his. Jokic got his last night, but
Yeah.
Jamal Murray got nothing last night.
But they can't win without Jamal Murray.
No.
NBA is a guard-driven league.
Yeah.
And if your guard isn't very good, that you're not going to win games.
What also scares me last night, though, KD finally woke up.
Finally.
I mean, he scored 21 in Game 2, and he dropped 38 last night.
Finally.
And they destroyed him.
I think he started the game off 7 for 7.
Yeah,
or
something
like
crazy
that.
last night.
Pat Bev couldn't do nothing.
Yeah. He was in his head the first 2 last night. KD showed him.
And I think KD finally realized, dude, I'm KD.
Yeah.
I don't need to be involved with this drama.
See, that's the thing, too. We can talk about this another day, but that's why I think he leaves. Because I think he's starting to get tired of being – he's going to get his rings. I think he's getting tired of being a second, potentially third option on some nights of team. That's why I think he leaves. I mean, you see that 60-minute thing the other day?
Yeah.
His face.
Yeah, but I just found out today. They had the ESPN Golden State guy on ESPN today, and he said that interview was taken weeks ago.
Yeah.
It just got published. And that was during the middle of when he didn't want to talk to any reporters.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be there to begin with.
Right.
I don't know if he answered a single question during that interview.
During the interview.
So I don't look much into that.
Yeah.
It is tricky.
Yeah.
I do think he is weighing his options heavily to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I just don't think he gets a better deal.
Then last night, too, Ben Simmons went off after
Finally
Dudley made those comments saying he's not a half-court player, but he's a good transition player, but not a half-court. And then Dudley airballed that 3.
Yeah. I mean, I do agree with Dudley. Ben Simmons is not your best half-court offensive guy.
Really?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well,
Dude, you got to think. Ben Simmons, in my opinion,
he's a 6'10" point guard. I know he can't
that
shoot.
can't,
I get
that
that.
can't
I know
dominate
he
the game.
I
in
know
the
he
offense.
can't shoot. I get he can't shoot. I get that. But he had 31 points last night. And I think he had 9 rebounds, 7 or 8 assists, couple of steals.
And
how is he not?
I'm gonna be this right here. Be 100% honest with you. A lot of those points, a lot of those come off transition baskets.
I get that, but I mean, and then times last night he went in the post in the half court, and no one can stop him.
But you know why he did that?
Because he's 6'10", he can do that.
Because he's proving a point. He doesn't do that normally.
Well,
that is not his game.
He
can go down there and it can be, but it's never going to be.
I mean, I think it is.
It's never going to be.
You don't think so?
He's got too big of an ego. He can't go down there and work in the block. Like, that's dirty work.
You don't think
Nobody
he can work
wants
in the
to
block?
Do that. No, he can. He won't want to.
Well, see, the thing is, though, nobody's going to put a big guy on him so he can go in the block and dominate. That's what he did last night.
Okay, but he can do that.
Yes.
He will never do it. He has too big of an ego at a regular basis.
You think he's too big of an ego, but he gives up the ball and facilitates all the time?
And they lose games?
They won last night without Embiid.
They won last night. One, because Brooklyn had a terrible game. And two, because he finally decided, okay, let me go to the post. If he was to play like normal and try to play in the half court and facilitate as a point guard.
I mean, is that not what he does anyways?
No. What?
I mean, facilitate. He had like 7 or 8 assists last night.
Yes, and you got to look where those come from. They come off turnovers and they come off transition buckets.
You don't think any of them come in the half court?
I did not say that.
Okay.
I said majority come off transition and they come off easy buckets.
I mean, I get that. Okay, yeah, he is a better transition player, but he's not like a bad half court. I think
we didn't say he was bad. We said he's mediocre. He's average.
I mean, I think he's a good half court player. The offense may not. I mean, like he sets up the offense with what they're about to do every time, going down the floor.
And you know what's crazy? A lot of those times, it doesn't work. I mean, we're gonna agree to disagree, I guess, but it's hard to say. It's one of those things that he does better. You cannot argue this. He does better in the transition.
Yes, he does, but he is a good half court player.
Okay, so take this. Would you still have him on your team if you were not allowed to have transition plays?
Yes.
You'd have him as your starting point guard.
Yes, because he's a mismatch. I get that he can't shoot. I get that. But he's a great passer, out of the post, top of the key, can go down into the post whenever he wants to, set screens. I mean, he is a 6'10" ball handler who can play any position on the floor and be good at it.
I can't see it, man. I definitely wouldn't take him. But that really sums it up. That's all we wanted to talk on today.
Boston win tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Go 3-0?
Yeah, I think 3-0. I do. They've shown me that they truly are bought in now for this playoffs. Now they've had to scrap
game 2, and the Pacers kind of blew it.
But
they won.
They did win. The mindset helps them. It is huge to get a win like that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens tonight.
Huge. So that's about it. Great week.
Yeah.
Great week.
Amazing week.
Great weekend. I don't know what's coming on much this weekend.
I mean, just more basketball all weekend. I mean, we got game 3s tonight. Toronto, Orlando, Boston, Indiana, and Portland and OKC. That's a big game 3 tonight. OKC cannot go down 3-0 tonight. And then just more basketball all weekend. Keep on going baseball. And then
it'll be fun.
Yeah, draft next.
Draft's coming up, so we'll do another preview next week of the.
We'll talk about it, and then we'll see what we think of what
of what everybody
We'll
got.
give some grades,
It'll
maybe see what happens.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Give you a little future preview too. Coming up, we're big high school football fans. Coming soon, we're gonna have a little guest on the show.
Yes, we are.
Central High School football coach Bryson Rosser,
The man himself,
the GOAT,
state champion.
truly state champion, getting this program built up. We're gonna have him on after spring ball wraps up, kind of talk about his program, his foundation.
Can't wait for that day.
And where he got his heart from, really, because it's one of a kind. He's truly
really
a great
is.
guy.
You don't want to miss
big
that
guy
one.
to talk. Yeah, tune back in for that. We'll give you another preview when that's going to happen later in the future. Thank you guys. Have a great week.
Have a great Easter.
Have a great Easter.